Okay, there's just a couple of housekeeping items I wanted to go over with you real quick. Let's see here. Kevin is the man. He really knows his stuff. He did not break my finger. I take full responsibility. Wasn't his fault. Also, there's just a little bit of blood in this. It's not gory, but if it makes you uneasy, just a fair warning. And lastly, there's some pretty radical techniques we're using in overcoming this particular obstacle. As with anything, please exercise extreme caution if you're ever doing anything like this. Don't try this at home. This particular obstacle, there was so much content. I mean, I literally could have gone on for hours and hours, not really hours and hours, but I'm limiting this vlog to 30 minutes, and it's literally just me getting my turtleback, or Kevin really getting my turtleback over the obstacle. The next vlog is going to be Kevin, actually Sarah, getting her turtleback over the obstacle, or their turtleback over the obstacle. This entire day is probably going to be broken into at least 2 parts, maybe 3. We'll see. Did you hear that? This thing is... I don't even know what to say. It's smoking, it's fast, it's powerful. I mean, it's like... It's awesome. So stoked with the new stoves.
So she could play with me.
So you slept good, Caroline?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any dreams?
Well, not a lot of dreams.
Just a little dreams?
Uh-huh.
What were they about?
I remember.
Is that a My Little Pony t-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
I
Is that
love
Rainbow Dash?
My Little Pony.
You're right.
I remember My Little Pony names.
You remember your My Little Pony names?
Or I just remember their names.
How'd you sleep, Lily Bean?
Pretty good.
Do you want to play with me?
I don't remember my dreams. For some reason when I'm camping, I don't remember my dreams.
Yeah.
Me either.
When I camp, I think I'm a light sleeper.
Yeah.
No, I don't sleep. Right?
Do you want to play with me?
Never before have I stayed or camped in a place as enchanting as this. This is incredible. Kevin and Sarah were asking me yesterday, they said, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? What's your goal for this trip? And I said, I want to see things that I've never seen before. I want to see picturesque, I want to see scenic, I want to see things that are unbelievably mind-blowing, unbelievably beautiful, unbelievably gorgeous. For me, that's what I want to do when I'm on these trips. I want to go places, take my children to these places, see things that are unlike anything you've ever seen. That's what's so special to me about overlanding. It's the opportunity to get out and explore. It's the opportunity to get out and see and be in places that are just... And this may be different for you, and this may be different for everybody, but it's like for me, when I'm here in this place, I like literally I'm just like, I'm looking around. And I'm just looking around. Just trying to take it in. This is as picturesque as it comes, guys. I just realized I didn't end the vlog yesterday. Since you're watching this one, I'm sure you figured that out. But we came up here, this trail here, and it was pretty tight. You saw the footage. And then this is the trail. It comes up here. Over here, rocks have fallen off this over here. They've fallen down. The trail has been completely impacted and blocked. The trail has been completely blocked over there. And this is the only way to go up over these like boulders right here. And I'll walk you over there in a second, but that's what we got to do this morning. We didn't want to do it last night because it was getting dark. We were tired. It was getting late. It wasn't really getting late, but it was getting late. We were done. And we didn't want to tackle an obstacle at the end of a day when we were really, really tired. Let's just stop, freshen up, rest, relax, eat some dinner. That dinner was good. And so now we got to get packed up. We're going to hit this trail. I'm not exactly sure what's on the agenda for the day. I think that we've got a couple of miles left of this trail, and then I think we're going to head over to Joshua Tree National Park. Really want to see that. I've heard it's gorgeous, and that's what we're working on right now. In a second, we're going to get packed up. I want to show you the campsite, though. This campsite, it's like, you saw it last night. I mean, around the campfire, and it was just like, it was like out of the movies. It was out of the movies. I know I've talked about this before, but there's like this thing where it's like, you go a couple of days in and you start kind of getting used to things. The funny thing is, you know, I've done this enough, but like yesterday was the first day I broke camp with the new setup. Last night was the second time I set up camp with the new setup, and I was a little bit faster than I was the first night. And it's funny how this is the second morning that I'm breaking camp. And it's funny how things just get a little bit easier as you, I don't know, as things like feel familiar and you're just kind of like moving through the process. It's one of the reasons why I think like a 4 or 5 day trip, scratch that. It's one of the reasons why I think like a 5 or 6 day trip would be one of the most ideal, because you have a couple of days to get used to it, and then you have 4 or 5 days after that of like being in your groove and things just kind of flowing and being, I don't know, you're kind of settled into your routine, if you know what I mean. This comes back to muscle memory and experience and just sort of like getting into, I was talking to Kevin about this last night. There's like, I don't remember what the saying is, but it's 10,000 hours before you master something. And that's kind of what I feel like a lot of this is. I don't know what my time is. I haven't been tracking it, but I could probably do an approximation. But it would be hard to categorize this as time spent because there's so many different categories of things going on: setting up, breaking down camp, off-roading, whatever. But video editing, for instance, I could actually go back and get a pretty good calculation, rough estimate on how much time I've spent there. And I know that I've gotten markedly better, but I also know I've got a long way to go before, well, let's just say this, I'll never be done learning. And that's actually a really good lesson on life. You're never done learning. And as soon as you think you're done learning, you get too much pride and you swallow it and you need to get back to work and learn.
There's that bag back. I still have the one in the GoPro, so okay. Once we get done with the time lapse,
Okay. We are good to go. Let me show you this trail. Okay, let me show you this. It's interesting. This is the line right here. We're going to come around here and come right up here, and passenger front is going to go right up this rock, maybe even directly in line with where we are right here from the camera up here. And we're going to come up this way, and we're going to come right up here. And so the front passenger tires are going to come. Just put it in the back, put it at the back of the trailer. And the front tires are going to come right here. We're going to come real close to this rock face right here, because this rock right here, I think we could get up over it if we needed to, but the problem is the coming back down over on this side, it's going to be a little jarring. You can see where lots of people have just scraped their sidewalls right along here, which may be what we end up doing. I'm going to try and avoid that, but it's probably not the end of the world if that's what has to happen. Once we get through this channel right here, it's a cakewalk. Up here over the ledge, it's nothing. As you can see, once we get through there, this is nothing. It's going to be a cakewalk. Who knows what's around the corner? Do you agree with that? She agrees with that. Kevin's taken off his stabilizer jack, if that's what it's called, for the front of the trailer, and has suggested that we do the same. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, can you hear the echo? Hello! Hello out there! You want to try it? Hello, hello, hello. There's an echo in this canyon. Echo! And so it begins. I was thinking, looks like this has been a built-up line already.
Right.
I was thinking coming this way,
Okay.
and just, like here, and then cutting it, just to barely miss this guy, and keep this line up this way. To try and hug this as much as possible, so that I'm avoiding this as much as possible, and that as much as possible.
Right.
I think our tires are going to be okay, but the trailer, the tires don't sit out. So we're going to scratch the fender. It's going to go all along the fender right here if that's what happens.
Kind of what I'm thinking is put your right front right in that dash and just take a straight shot up this. This is really soft. We'll see if you're going to hit it or not.
I don't think I've got the clearance right there.
Yeah, that's the only concern
With the thingies down there.
So maybe.
I think this is all right if I come this way.
Okay.
You think you don't?
Yeah, I think it's susceptible. I think it's a lot wider than you think. I think if your right tire is here, your left tire is actually going to be about here. So let's try it and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some pictures.
Do you want to build up this trench a little more and try and come that way? Is that the way you're going to take Sarah?
That's kind of what I was thinking about doing. I guess the only.
I just see stuff like this, and I'm
this
like,
moves. No, it's not.
because people have taken this line already, and you can see.
Safe route would be to fill that. Because if you look at how deep that hole is over there and how high this is over here, once you get that trailer on that, it's going to be on its maximum tilt. But I feel good. Okay.
Oh, this is the only gnarly part. Building up the trail. Oh, you have to roll over that?
That is the plan.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, dude.
I don't think it's broken. It's just.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Jeez.
What happened?
Dad threw a rock on Mr. Jackson.
He came back and I went down and his hands were like.
Is it broken?
No, it's just like this. I want to see Mama.
Caroline wants to see.
Well, we just had an interesting casualty. We were building up that trail and I got my finger in the way and a rock came down right on my finger and it's starting to swell right here. I don't know if it's broken. It doesn't really feel broken, you know, when you touch it, but it's definitely swelling up, and so I can bend the knuckle, but it hit right here. And honestly, I'd be surprised if it wasn't broken, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Check this out. Ow.
I can get my sewing needle.
You think that'll help?
We can stitch it up.
So the good news is I don't think the swelling has gone up any more than what it was a few minutes ago. And it's not really bleeding too bad. It hurts like freaking crap though.
Dude, I am so sorry. God.
It's all good. It was an accident. Unless you were trying to break my finger. Were you trying to...
I watched for the hole, the hand went back, I threw, the hand went...
Oh, yeah.
It would have been a great catch if you turned it the other way.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna
go cold.
I was gonna throw some antibiotic ointment on. I've got some in my little
Here we
finger.
go. You're the injured guy. Let me administer first aid here. All right, let's see here. Iodine work for you?
Ooh, that stings.
Why does it make such a bloody mess?
Oh, that stings.
It means it's working, as my mom would say.
Woo.
Disgusting.
This is not blood. This is the iodine is that color. Lily, will you go get me a bottle of water?
Yeah. Are you getting,
Nice.
are you getting lightheaded? Do you need to sit down?
No.
Okay.
I'm getting an adrenaline right now.
Let's do it
I
again.
think I can lift a whole helicopter.
When that stop it, you're putting you're kicking sand in my shoe. It's not very comfortable.
I'm going to show you something.
I think I'm gonna stay with my dad.
I'm going to show you something.
Caroline, just a minute.
You tell me when it's snug and this is right.
That's probably
Can I see?
It's good.
Okay.
Fixed up. You can see the swelling in the purple right there. That's got to be.
Sorry.
Everything's got pinched under there, and it's like got a blood blister in there. I bet. It's probably the majority of the swelling there. And we'll get through this obstacle, and
That target for on it.
I'll put some cold on it while we're driving.
Do you want me to take your runner over it?
No, man, that's part of the story.
Okay, just making sure.
We can make this happen.
I'm willing to help since I
Chameleon?
broke your finger. It's the least I can do.
That wouldn't be helping. You'd be taking the fun away.
That's actually the plan. I want to do it twice.
Hey, Daddy, look what I did.
You want to know the funny thing? The first thing I thought about, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to use my mouse or type if I break my finger.
You're not making me feel any better.
It's going to be fine. Do not feel bad, because it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's going to be, everything's going to be fine. I honestly don't think it's broken.
Good.
I think it hurts.
I think
And
there's
I think there's a nice gash there. I think in 2 or 3 days it'll feel a lot better.
Yeah.
But even if it's broken, it's not broken at the knuckle, it's broken right here. And so you just need a splint just to kind of hold it together, and the bone will grow together.
It still
I know how
seems
to
pretty
make a
rigid
split.
though. It seems pretty rigid.
Well, I can move it, and I could,
Yeah.
but I could feel it. Right after it happened, I was feeling around to see if I could feel anything in there,
Right.
like poking out.
Yeah.
And I could feel right here, and I could feel right here, and it felt fine.
Hand.
The bone felt
Because,
fine.
Okay.
I just think it's nothing but a flesh wound.
Only a flesh wound.
Only a flesh wound.
It'll get better.
It's okay. Better.
All right.
Hopefully.
It's a good little adrenaline rush off a little finger gash. Isn't that funny? The little things you get excited about.
And you know what's bad is I'm sitting here and I'm going, this is a bad situation for fingers, you know? And I'm like, I've got this rock. I know it needs to go right there. Jason drops his rock. His hands come back. I drop my rock and his hands go.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was doing. Maybe I was moving a rock. I don't know what I was doing.
Well, we've got it on video, so
We
we'll
can
be
go
able to
back
see.
and review.
We will review in slow motion.
All right. Back to the
All right,
obstacle.
High five. Never mind.
Back to what we were talking about. This is the line we're doing. The passenger's going to go here, and I'm going to keep going up that rock and just try and roll up over the other side, and then just barely hug that side, and then kind of go a little driver just to get on the tip of that one guy. There we got it.
Got to engage lockers.
Problem. I'm sure you saw a second ago, we were sliding down into this curve right here, and if we would have kept going, the slider right here is just going to hit the rock, which would be okay, but the problem is that if we get into that situation and we don't like where it's going, I mean, our tires got to go by there, the trailer's got to go by there, and so I think if we're in a position where the slider's hitting, I think we got to stop. We got to, that's not the line we want. And so we think that this right here is the line, right up here, just going just like this, because if we could just go just like this and kind of keep it straight, and we come along here and we hug this corner right here and just try and get way right up here, and it's like almost just straight right here, exactly where Kevin's standing. Just you see the lifestyle overland truck right here, right up there. The problem is we've just got so much of a terrain dip there, and so that's what we're doing. We, as in Kevin, is building up the trail there so that we can try and minimize the dip that comes down there, because that dip right there, while it'd probably be fine with the 4Runner, the trailer, it's going to cause the trailer to knock this way and maybe hit that rock right there, and that's something that we want to try and avoid if we can. So let me know next time you're going to throw a rock down there. I get my finger in the way on my left hand.
Rock coming in.
Coming in hot.
It's looking a lot better. It's much more beautiful now.
All right, let's try this again. We're gonna make it happen this time. This is it. Uh-oh, dude, we got plenty of clearance here. So now this rock right here this is our problem, child.
This is gonna be the
right here. Woo! Look at that. And the real problem is it's the slippage. Gravity's pulling me this way. So we've got our max tracks there. That'll help. Whoa! Wow! Look at that. Woo! So it looks like we're built up good enough there. I guess the trailer's gonna probably go over. My GoPro's gonna go. So this is where we're at. So we've cleared this one big rock, and really it's been touch and go just to get the vehicle up this. Without the trailer, we'd be done. But we have the trailer, and now we got to get it through this obstacle. Let me show you. The good news is we have clearance here. See? We're good here. But the bad news is we don't really have very good clearance here, because basically the line that we're going right now, the vehicle is going to pull the trailer basically up onto this rock, and the side rail of our trailer here is just gonna hit the rock right here, which isn't the end of the world, but it's just going to be drug right along the rock here until the tire gets to that. Now the vehicle may pull that up, but the other thing is, as I'm doing that, the vehicle is going to be pulled this way into this rock right here. So we have to kind of consider that and weigh that in. I think what the plan is right now is to jack up the back of the trailer with a high lift, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches, and then just push it over so that we can basically inch the trailer over. That's the theory anyway. We'll see if we can make that happen. Just the bumper, yay, first scratch.
So what we'll do is pull up a couple more inches or feet. All right, so we got a little bit of an issue here.
Oh, you can't go down.
What's the matter? Can't get it
With
closed?
the way the tailgate is angled right now.
Oh yeah, can't close it.
So what I'm gonna do?
Well, why don't I pull forward a few inches and
Yeah.
we'll loosen things up a little.
Yeah, we just don't want to go too far because then it'll drive it into here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, do you want to bring it down?
Can you not dig it out?
that's what I'm thinking about doing, is just jerking it out from under. Tell you what, get in there and ease forward just a couple inches. Just put pressure on it.
Okay. Let me drive. There we go.
Because it's going to take this wheel back down. All right, hold up right there. Yep. That's what we wanted. All right. Ease it forward just a little bit. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me get you a little traction so we don't lose what we gained.
That's all right. All right.
Okay, hold on. Take it gently. Good. Just bumper. Good deal. All right, ease forward. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice. Woo! Well, I think I have a method with those max tracks. Did you see what it did on these right here? You were going to crush here. And I put these guys in like this. You literally pop, pop.
Well, it almost like really worked as a wedge to like move you to the trailer.
On another note, my finger's swelling like crazy. See? Oh, it's starting to really hurt.